Hi there, this is Andrew with Tides and Tales. I haven't done this before, so I don't know how this is going to sound or how it's going to look or work out, but however, I'm standing here on what I've heard called Lighterman's Quay, which is kind of a midpoint between Ballyhack and Buttermilk Castle. That's one of the Sam skips going into Waterford port. This morning, heading up, that's the Waterford side, the Hurtle, tanning all the way up, cool bunya, and there's Buttermilk Pint sticking out from the Wexford side. So that's Waterford on the left, and we're on Wexford here on the right. And I pulled in here this morning at Tom Poor's Quay. Is another name for Lighterman's Quay that I've heard, and I don't know if it was Marta or Maria White who gave me that name for it. Anyway, and I think Paddy Roach might have told one of them the name, or maybe they heard it in Ballyhack, I'm not sure. Tom Poor is probably just a common name for, or locally used name for Tom Power. So Tom Power's Quay, possibly. On the old OSI maps there's a roadway running down from the top there. Ballyhack is just behind the hill, running down from the hill at Ballyhack down here, and obviously horses and carts would have used that. So a lighterman's Quay. Well, what we know about the lighters is that they were used to either take freight off or put freight aboard ships in the olden days, and obviously anyone that's ever read my blogs can look up lighters and lightermen. It's something I absolutely love to explore and to understand more about. So they would have been, obviously then, if that is a correct association with this quay, they would have been using this as a place for bringing freight from Ballyhack out to those ships, or bringing them from the ships in to here, and then putting them onto horses and carts and bringing them wherever. You can see here some of the stones are very, they're fine stones. They're probably a ton or more in weight, so a fairly elaborate build in fairness. And you can also see how there's retaining stone all along there that would have helped to keep it secure, especially from high tides. It seems to turn in just at that stone there and back in towards the trees. So you can see a fair working platform. Anyway, what I was really interested about this morning is I've made a new discovery here for myself. I'm sure maybe other people knew about it, but in here I found a cut stone. It's about, I suppose it's about a yard square, and inside of that there's a cut portion of the stone. It's pudding stone that would have been used here locally for generations, I suppose, for mill wheels. But this has been cut perfect square shape, about 10 inches, I'd say 10 inches square, and there's a couple of holes in it which I would imagine were for taking screws or something on that line to hold something in place. I was very excited when I saw this. Mightn't sound it, I'm not used to doing videos, but anyway, I found two more. So that's one, and it seems to be just above the height of the quay that was, from what I can tell. Over here there's a second one. It's different in shape, it's more rectangular, and there's a deeper cut. One is rectangular and the other is kind of square shaped in the top of it. And bizarrely, there's a third one over here. So obviously I haven't measured these out and I don't know how it would look, but here's the third one, just here. Again, rectangular in shape, similar to the one down that way, that have just come from, in terms of the cuts in the top of it, but it's a bit more, it's not as even, it's nothing like as carefully carved as the one in the centre there. So it's off to the side. So this one and that one out there, and then the third one been most pronounced in the centre, just a little off centre maybe. So I can only put it down to been maybe lifting derricks or heists or something like that. And I was just doing another little bit of rooting around here, and I found this. So it's steel or metal, rectangular shaped, and it's just buried. You can see it there, I presume, into the side of the quay. Now I'm wondering, is that part of whatever was here? I mean, obviously I don't know. I've never seen pictures of it. I'm not aware of any sketches or diagrams of it. But anyway, and I could be completely wrong. It mightn't be anything to do with it whatsoever. I might be just rambling and raving, as some people often think that I do. But anyway, just a little short video of what's known as Tom Poor's Quay, possibly Tom Power's Quay, or probably, and also that I've heard as Lighterman's Quay. And just one of those fascinating little spots that have been completely forgotten about, have been bypassed by time and the modern era, but really well worth remembering, because what history must be associated with those kind of rocks and this kind of area. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I might do more of these, I don't know. It's not really what I'm comfortable with. I prefer writing. But anyway, there we go. Tom Poor's Quay, Tom Power's Quay, or Lighterman's Quay, and maybe what was here at one point.